I'm here with Charles Smith of the Hanover Rhinos. The Rhinos season came to an end today against the York Silver Bullets, but the team made it all the way to the AFA Semifinals. What was it like to be a part of the resurgence here, the building, to watch this team climb out of the depths that we were in for about 3 years?
Honestly, it's been a good feeling. It literally is the reason why I never left Rhinos. It's better to see an organization get built than to just hop on an organization that's already running. When you start off somewhere and you build it up and it gets the way you want it to be, it's a whole lot better feeling. Like, you just deserve it more. You just want it so much better.
So we talked about one of the themes that we had going with the coaches that were here was with Noah and Chris and everybody was the book that we were building here. You know, it comes to a close today, but what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the book here, on what we did this year?
It's fun. I'm not gonna hold you. I've been playing for the Rhinos for a while, and this actually was probably one of the this brought back memories from like back when we went to the playoffs. Even though we lost, it brought back that feeling like we was actually fighting for something. It wasn't like we just put on a uniform and just showed up out here. Like we put in the work, even though practice ain't going how I wanted. Like, we put in the work. It's just what we got out of it.
Does it even feel like it's over at this point? I mean, it feels like we've been together for 6, 7, 8 months working on this thing, and does it feel like does it even hit you yet?
I mean, yeah, it hit me in second quarter, but that's a whole nother subject with that. I'm just glad my team stayed and finished. Like, the game ain't going our favor, but we stayed. Like, everybody wasn't here today, but we gave it what we could. We played what we had.
Looking forward to these 3 months off, or looking forward to training camp again?
I'm actually about to go right back to training. You know, athletes never sleep.
Yep.
Somebody always trying to get better than you. So if you sit still, somebody's better than you.
So I'm here with Hanover Rhinos defensive coordinator, defensive captain, and linebacker Chris Conley. Obviously not the way that you wanted the season to end, but we talked before the season about how you had taken 2 years off and now you were coming back, and this is one of the things you were most excited about, was getting to be in a leadership role and teach all these younger guys how to play and how to play the right way. What are your thoughts on how things went, seeing those guys learn and grow this year?
I didn't get a chance to play with these guys last year. Obviously, it's my first time playing with most of these guys, but I can't speak enough for how much they developed just from training camp to where we are now. A lot of these guys weren't familiar with half of the terms I was using when I first came into camp, but we just repetitions, lots of work, and I've always loved seeing somebody grow as a player, and we've had a lot of young guys that really developed this year.
How much would you say we've really grown as a team since about the middle of the season?
I'd say we got off to a rough start. What else was frustrating? We had like 60 players week 1, and then as soon as we started really traveling, you know, we had like half of our roster there. But the guys that did show up, I mean, just from the beginning of the season to where we are now, I mean, it's night and day. The difference, just not just the camaraderie, but the way we work things out. Our halftime adjustments have been, you know, pretty out of control this year, so we were able to finish strong.
Yeah, what would you say is the highlight of the year for you in terms of moments that happened on the field? What was something that really stood out for you?
Well, I had about 3 touchdowns called back, so that wasn't very cool. But trying to think, actually, my favorite plays, aside from a couple of the big hits that I had, the ones I got most excited for was when I saw my defense get a turnover. Not me, but anyone. Whenever I saw like one of my cornerbacks jump a route or a safety, you know, cut underneath when we have a combo coverage, that's what really would get me excited, because it was all stuff we worked on. So.
When you came here to the Hanover Rhinos in the off season, what you thought the Hanover Rhinos stood for and what that meant, and what you think the Hanover Rhinos stand for and what just the mention of that name means now, what's the difference?
Like I said, I can't speak for what it was last year, but if it means anything, I think it'd be perseverance, and just being able to work things out together. Camaraderie goes a long way, a little solidarity goes a long way, and we were able to achieve that this year.
I'm here with Hanover Rhinos head coach Chris Bunty. This season, after the 0-4 start, what do you have to say about how far this team has come?
You know, George, we overcome that 0-4 start, and you know, it's great to be in the playoffs. You know, we weren't even mentioned a team to be in the playoffs this year, and we got as far as we did. To me, that's a hell of a accomplishment for this organization and for our players who stuck it out and who came today even to play this game. We know we were up against the #1 team today, and you know, unfortunately, we didn't win, but we still had a hell of a season.
When you think about this season and the chapters of the book that we wrote and everything, how are you going to be able to summarize this season? What's going to come to mind?
I just think it was one hell of a ride for this organization. You know, the final version was today, and we had a hell of a ride, George. And that's all I can think of is right off the bat. Think of that is that we had one hell of a ride. I mean, no one thought we were making this far, and again, a hell of an accomplishment by the players and who was here playing today.
Always sad and emotional when a season comes to an end. Last time you're going to see a lot of the guys. Last time this group's going to all be together. What are those emotions like for you right now?
Well, you always hope that the guys would come back, after a season that we had. But some guys are going to move on, and some guys will come back. So you just think ahead. I'm always thinking ahead. So hopefully, I've been talking to some of them. Some of them will come back, and some are not. And and I wish those guys well.